Then it's black, so this stays always the black one for the moment. It goes to the blue one, and you see did a little smoke to make it better visible. You see the shadow quality and how it spreads around in the room. This is blue to blue, instead of black to blue, instead of the hard one to the first soft one. It goes from soft to soft, so you see right away the changement of shadow. But the good thing is you can control it, you know what you get. It's not just the drying around and holding another filter in it and so easy to set up. Then it's that was with before it was on 30-30, and now it goes from the blue on the 50-50, and you see how it changes the light distribution. Shadow quality stays the same. It's just more open. Then it goes to the white one. Again back to the black to deviate the light beam. This is the white one, only hit by one laser, and it opens, as you can see, with a sharp shadow, clear shadow. And then blue to white, you can increase the fill factor. This is the green one. In a vertical position, you feel that it makes a kind of band. And the blue to green widens up and it softens the shadow. Horizontal, the same thing. This is very, very useful. Because if you imagine what you have to do with flags and how many lamps you need to achieve a kind of horizontal light distribution, which is useful. This is it's blue and green, yeah, that's soft, half soft on the green horizontal. This is the red one. You can create bows or stripe depending on the angle you put the reflector in the beam. Horizontal. This is very useful for effects, you know, in the night, for example, streets, like give just a contour to a building. And you have not the idea that it's lit up. This is black to black to have for an effect, for example, like a window or something like that. And now I show you the same. This is principle the whole thing, but as you can use them as multiple reflections and in variations, you have a very rich possibilities. This is now the same shown in that constellation with the lamp originally. There you feel a little the beam, but you see how clean it is. And this is the blue reflector. It was in the studio with a white horizon. You see there, just used in white to show clearly the light distribution. The blue one gives 500 lux with 800 ars on that distance. This is the white one, I suppose. Yeah, gives the 300. This is direct from the beam with the 30-30. This is the green with the horizontal direction, vertical. This is the yellow one, which is a little difficult to see with the digital photos because it's not a sharp corner, so you can put it on a table where the sun is shining on or something. This is the red one with the more clear stripe effect. 50-50. Horizontal vertical. This is the gray, which is a kind of standard. I use it very, very seldom. Now to demonstrate that it doesn't mix the effects, I think the projector has little much contrast because it's not burned out. So just to see that you can mix different qualities and facts, it doesn't mix one in each other. The stripes. And now to create a fill light, you just hold a 30 to 30 centimeter in the light beam to the ground for the moment to direct it into the room. And you see there it's really a tremendous effect. That's it concerning the system. Simple. Maybe I show you further examples from other films.
Yes.
Or you want to ask right away?
Can you show us something underwater stuff you have?
Pardon?
Some underwater stuff that...
Underwater, yeah. That was for Ludwig II. It was shot in 2011. It was one of the biggest European productions in that year with good 16 million euros. We had, I'll tell you that when we see the studio. That was a scene, the Ludwig dreams that he sinks down in a lake, and we had to shoot that as basic information, and then they did in the post-production effects for the lake. We brought in, I think it was still the desk installation, but okay, 1 meter to 1 meter soft, and there you see it's a remote thing like in the theater, mounted with a 50-50 for a heart effect beside, and another reflector under the water. This was a mixture between soft and hard. It was just to test the whole thing. And the basin was 5 meters deep, so you could use a little the sinking time. And there you see the way of light under the water. It's like a graphic, quite nice. And it was, of course, much easier to install than put some special lamps there. And that was the scene. I have it in video. No, theoretically. Apple doesn't like imago. What's happened there? It's the same effect than with Phaedon. I take it personally. It's the best. To be vexed is the best. Take it personally and be vexed. And from here on it was used like this, the turning. We had a 50-50 from the ground. It's simple, but it looks quite nice. So I go back in the film. And then after the piano teacher, I just continue with the movies later on. That was Cachet. And there, because you see up on all that facade from the houses, you have some light which was done with 30-30 or 10 to 20 centimeter reflectors. Really efficiency, and you have not the feeling that there are lamps on.
Christian, how many lamps do you usually use per film? Is there a set number usually?
Like the Notebook, it was I think 6, but very rarely we need all of them at the same time. And for the big film we had 22, but only for this was really a big studio, we'll see that. So it's clearly less than usual, because the variations you do with the reflectors, and they don't take space. That was Cachet inside. There we had to imitate the effect from this table lamp, which was done with small reflectors from under the table. It's simple things, but to give a shine like that, or to control the contrast, this is the main point. It's just a grip, and you can do it. This is an example for a shiny detail. I choose then a chair with a reflecting legs, you know, just to have a in that dark area one effect. And the light for inside was done from above with the green reflector, which gives that band with 10 to 20 centimeter. This was a film with Amos Kitai, shot in south of France and Israel. And there we had again quite a bigger rigging, which had to be done very good because it was strong wind. And this was the set. Here you see already an effect from one of the reflectors. It was just under construction. There are all the different prototypes we had before. This is my gaffer. And there you see the way, you see in relation to the sunlight, how strong it comes. It was 7 meters down to the window. There is that virtual lighting point I explained to you before. No? It's in the morning. The effective light source is here. So everybody can go quite near to the window. It's an enormous advantage. That was without lightning, and that was with. Of course it was a big help because we had high windows, not in the framing usually, so it's a good chance to come in. And there you see the natural modulation force. This is the blue reflector, which gives you a very nice skin modulation. It's a bit deformed there. But you know how the nose is done. If you make a soft light in that case, locally, you would lose that structure here, you would lose partly this, you would lose the clear shadow, or have it weaker. And then you turn just the reflector a little on the side, and you have a rich, you can make like a grayscale or color scale. You can not only the intensity, regulate the intensity, but even the quality. Each position has an own style or quality. It's one grip from the situation here to there. That was the inspiration if you go for the location, find out the rooms, and especially the light distribution on the wall I liked. Of course, to use the sun in reality, first it would be a lot of furniture then in, so it would not work, and second, the sun would be not long enough there, but we could do something from it. This was the courtyard. On the left side is a balcony, and this is the courtyard. And I knew here we have a corner with sun, which would hold, original sun, which would hold the whole length of the shooting time there. Then we put one, was still a prototype, in the courtyard, 7 meters up, the fill light, and the special zone, and the original sun with the remote head. So we had these three things: original sun, which has really power we don't have with the lamp, fill, and the sound. And that was the set. And even if somebody goes through the light, as long as not the boom man, it doesn't disturb. It's completely natural effects.